This is the Ameta S20 Pro GPS drone. A drone that's under £100 here in the UK that claims 4K and GPS. So let's have a look what we get. Hi guys, welcome back to Fat Boys RC. How's it going on out there in the real world? Today we're going to have a look at a budget offering from Ameta, which is the S20 Pro drone. We're going to do an unboxing here, have a look. They've made some big claims with this, so I want to see what you get. So without further ado, let's get down and have a look in the box. Thank you very much. Well, on the box, you get the usual bold promises and you get the nice big picture of the drone. Obviously, we've got the little 4K badge sitting there saying, oh, we do that. Looking along this box, you've got the UHD camera, and you've got extended flight time, because it comes with 2 batteries, so they talk about extended flight time. They're saying it's incredibly beginner-friendly and 185 grams in total flight weight, so it's actually pretty decent. And on the side, it goes again about the resolution and the batteries, the GPS, and a maximum flight range of 300 meters, which is not that far, but this is a beginner's drone. So let's get her open. Right, so look, box itself, pretty basic. Already cut the tape. Oh, we'll just rip the hole. Already cut the tape. First of all, slide out. What we got? We get a carry case. So this actually feels quite soft, to be quite honest. It's not as rigid as some of the drones I've looked at. It's got a cloth carrying handle. We've got to remember, this is the budget end of the scale. Unzip it. Ooh. Opening it up. What have we got? Straight away, lots of little plastic bags. This is the drone itself. Now, when I pull the drone out of here, okay. First impressions, very light in the hand, very light in the hand. Cheaper plastics. There's a little, well, the arms are nice and stiff, so the quality is there. There is a little bit of a wobble on one of the arms, but when it locks into place, it's absolutely fine. So there we have the drone itself. As you can see, he's a tiny little baby, so it's going to be very light. Next up, we have the controller. Often with drones at this level, the controllers don't feel great. Now, yeah, this is the cheaper end of the controllers. It does feel very, very lightweight. The sticks are okay. They're not as good as, like, say, a DJI or something like that, but they do actually feel like they are usable and controllable. So, quite a small compact controller. Has got AA batteries. Would have liked to have seen a self-charger, but of course we are at a lower end. The handles at the bottom fold out, and although they look very basic, yeah, they're quite ergonomic. A little bit wobbly. Then we've got the camera mount, so we fold this out. Camera mount, slight bit of adjustment there. That's for us to put our camera in. So the controller is basic. There are some controls for the camera itself on there. Yeah, very sort of low end type of thing, but you've got to remember the cost of this drone. So what else do we get in the box? We get batteries. Not one, but 2 of these. And the battery itself just slides in. You dump the light way out, slides in, clicks into place. Doesn't really add that much weight. You can feel that is a very lightweight. The USB-C port is on there. One of the things there is you're going to have to charge the batteries in the drone, which is odd, because I would like to have seen it so you could sort of charge the 2 batteries separately. But no, you have to charge them in the drone. What else do we get in the box? Nice little packet of rotors. Obviously, you want the rotors. Those are the things that do get broken on the drones, so you've got some spare rotors. That is our charger. And that's going to be a standard sort of trickle USB charger. Just have a look. little USB-C cable. Charger is actually a modular part of the drone itself. And then we get our little book of words from Ameta, which is our instruction manual. Again, I'm sure the Coco will be coming out later to read that. You've got your little quick start guide there. You've got a little warranty card there. You've got a user manual there. And you've got a piece of paper with a statement of compliance on it. Now, some of the good things about this drone, obviously being very light, it avoids a lot of regulations that affect other drones. So, shall we have a look at the drone itself? So, if we pick up the drone, have a rotate around, look. One of the things to note there in the camera, now the camera is a 4K camera, but it isn't a true gimbal. It has a motorized access, which you can hear. So you're literally going to just go up and down. So although the drone itself is a gimbal drone, it's not going to be that stable because it's lightweight. It's going to get blown around a lot by the wind. The camera's only going to have an up and down, which although it's going to give you good quality, you are going to get shake. But remember the price point of this drone. The battery fitment is quite good. Literally slide in and clip like I've shown you before. We have the brushless motors, which are nice and free moving. Brushless motors obviously will help with the power of the drone and ease the flight. Now, being a GPS drone as well, this is going to be quite stable in the air as long as the wind is not up. As soon as wind comes into play, I've got a feeling that this is going to be where the drone actually suffers. So that's the drone out of the box. We're going to have a look at some of the features of this drone, like the 4K camera, the GPS positioning. You've got the return to home system, which is pretty much standard on all drones now. You want them to come back to you. And you've got smart flight modes. You've got automatic takeoff and landing. So you really do need to do that. But we're going to see that in the next video when I do the flight of the drone itself. So, can I see any issues at all with this drone? Well, to be honest, there's a couple. I mean, you can see that the build quality is not as good as some of the £300-400 drones, but this is sub £100. This is to get you into a drone that is not a toy that was on. Right? The controller itself, although it's functional, it does feel cheap. There is a little bit of wobble in the fitments and things like that, but I think it's going to be fine. I couldn't actually see the connector for the phone, so I'm guessing that's all done via an app. And the app is going to be where the make and break comes on this. And our side of the box here is the QR code for downloading the Ameta app to actually fly the drone. So, all in all, for £100, can you really go wrong on a drone? If this one works and flies very well, then no. So, anyways, check out my next video where I'll be flying this drone and we'll have a look, see what we think. Thanks for watching the unboxing. Cheers. Bye.